A sneak peek at heaven is looking at a beautiful German car parked in your garage. There are many cars out there, but Germany is home to some of the most attractive and luxurious cars ever made. Car brands like Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW are all German cars that have a good global reputation. But the sad truth is that not all German cars are fantastic. Some have significant reliability problems and high maintenance, and some are just very ugly designs. In this video today, grab a seat as we will be exposing 7 German cars that you should absolutely avoid buying this year. From stressful electronics to bad engines, there are some cars that look good on paper, but in reality, they're the worst cars ever. Let's get going. BMW X6, the unnecessary coupe SUV hybrid. When talking about the worst of the worst cars, one car you should absolutely avoid, even if it's the last vehicle on planet Earth, is the BMW X6. You'll hear BMW and think highly of it. That comes as no surprise, as they usually make very good cars. But the X6 is up there with their worst. They wanted to create a new vehicle with the styling of a coupe and the practically of an SUV, but they ended up making a disaster. The car is flat out ugly. The coupe SUV styling isn't just a bad look, but it is also a big disadvantage to the overall performance of the car, as it reduces the rear headroom and also reduces the cargo space. The electronics of the car is also bad. It comes with an iDrive infotainment system which has been called overcomplicated by previous users. At least the engine is strong, but it also takes a lot of fuel to run. The X6 offers good handling and it can move very fast, but it doesn't ride as smoothly as a luxury SUV should. The adaptive suspension can easily fail, and making repairs will cost a lot. It also has a sloping roofline, which won't allow the driver to see the back of the car well. Also, people don't like this car, so the resale value will be lower than when you first bought it. My verdict of this car is that it's terrible, and BMW has done way better on their other makes. Mercedes-Benz A-Class, a luxury car, without the luxury. Have you ever seen a car that looks so cool but isn't cool at all? Well yeah, the Mercedes-Benz A-Class is all bark and no bite. It's the main definition of a luxury car without any luxury at all. It can be accepted that the car was built as an entry-level luxury, for people who want the luxury of an actual Mercedes without paying the needed costs. It was built with cheap materials, and it feels more like a glorified economy ride than a true, authentic Mercedes-Benz. The design of the car is one of the worst my eyes have ever seen. It has a cramped and small interior with very limited rear seat space. The infotainment system is another terrible part of the car that has been said to be very slow and irresponsive. The fact it also has a front-wheel drive layout makes it feel less and less than the luxury Mercedes that we know and love. It runs on a 2-liter turbocharged engine, which in truth is okay for driving around a city, but that's only if you are okay with underwhelming power delivery and slow transmission shifts. If you drive other cars from the BMW series, you'll see the difference is as clear as night and day. There are many reasons you shouldn't buy this car. Apart from it feeling cheap, it has poor reliability. Many owners have reported many electrical failures and crashes in the infotainment system. It also depreciates very fast. That comes as no surprise, as the car is so bad, so in a couple of years, you'd probably end up losing so much money. If you're looking for a car to buy, you probably should avoid this. Audi Q5, the overrated SUV with costly repairs. The Audi Q5 is a complete shadow of the Q4 in terms of comfort and maintenance costs of owning an SUV. If the Q4 can run as far as 1,000 miles without stopping, the Q5 will break down like 5 times in that run. The funny thing, the Audi Q5 has been one of Audi's best-selling SUVs of recent years, as it has a good balance of luxury and performance. But the recent models that have been released have been plagued with a series of electrical and mechanical issues, making it risky to buy. The Q5 comes with a virtual cockpit display, which looks good, but it has so many glitches that owners often get frustrated and rather not use it. It uses the Quattro AWD system, which is also meant to be cool, but it's so complex and it's not as easy as other systems like the BMW's xDrive. The suspension is also very soft, which makes it feel less engaging and comfortable to drive. While the engine of the car offers really good acceleration, the dual clutch transmission struggles and hesitates at low speeds. Driving this car must be such a drag. I personally won't want to spend my time being behind these wheels, so ask yourself, will you want to drive this? BMW 7 Series, the over-engineered money pit. The BMW 7 Series has been seen as BMW's flagship luxury sedan, competing with the S-Class Mercedes series. The car is known for its advanced engineering, executive-level comfort, and high technical features. The BMW 7 Series is meant to be the greatest driving luxury experience, but that's not how it ended up being. Recent versions of G70 and G11 models have been plagued with many reliability concerns, making them one of the worst German cars to own over time. The Series 7 is blessed with luxury amenities, such as gesture controls, a big digital display with iDrive 8, and a self-driving system. Unfortunately, none of these systems are simple to use, cost tons of money to fix, and easily have faults, which will eventually make you tired. The engines of the car seem to be okay, but the main issue lies with the air suspension system, as it is known for failing frequently, and that's a drag. It's a luxurious car and beautiful, but the maintenance costs make it one of the worst cars to have. Volkswagen Arteon, a beautiful failure. The Volkswagen Arteon was engineered in 2017 as a fastback sedan, and it was intended to be a creative upgrade over the well-known Volkswagen Passat. The car was designed to compete with the BMW Series 4 Series and the Audi A5, and also a cool and luxurious alternative to the other regular Volkswagen modern sedans. And to be fair, the car is really fine. But unfortunately, it struggled to get buyers, as many people felt its beauty was all it had going for it. It was so bad that it was discontinued in many markets due to the lack of demand. The Arteon has been described as beautiful on the outside, but the inside tells a different story. Although it has a sleek and premium look, the interior design of the car is underwhelming. Volkswagen didn't make matters better, as they used cheap plastics in certain areas of the car, making it less luxury than it should be. The Arteon comes with a 2-liter turbocharged engine and produces around 268 horsepower. While this brings a good amount of power, the dual-clutch transmission struggles at low speeds, making it hard to maneuver around, and the driving becomes more unpredictable. Although Volkswagen markets the car as one of the shiny new toys, it lacks the engaging and seamless driving experience a BMW or Audi should have. Mercedes-Benz GLA, the compact SUV disaster. The Mercedes-Benz GLA is another vehicle that you might probably regret purchasing. It was first brought out in 2014, and it was tagged as the smallest SUV Mercedes has produced. It was meant to be a hybrid mixture of a luxury Mercedes-Benz with the practicality of a regular SUV. Unfortunately, the GLA had many reliability issues, terrible driving mechanics, and high maintenance costs, making it a terrible luxury compact SUV. The GLA is very small in size, and if you're a fan of SUVs with space, then you'd hate this. It has a very cramped interior, and on top of that, the makers used very cheap materials and plastics, making it feel like a regular car. The infotainment system is also terrible. The GLA is basically an overpriced car that offers more frustration than actual reliability and performances. If you're looking for a comfortable car to use, then I'd advise you avoid this as much as possible. Porsche Cayenne, the performance SUV that will break your wallet. We've gotten to the last car you should probably avoid this year, and the last one on the list is one that will definitely land your bank accounts in the hospital. I'm talking about the worst of the worst, the Porsche Cayenne. Developed in 2002 as Porsche's first ever SUV, the Cayenne became of the brand's best sellers. But with time, owners realized how the Cayenne was more of a liability to them than something they enjoyed. The Cayenne is a beautiful luxury car, And although it is fun to drive, it is extremely hard to maintain, and unless you are really rich, it looks like a very poor financial investment. Apart from that, the Cayenne also has transmission issues and constant air suspension failures. For such a beautiful car, it's obvious it will stress you more than you'll enjoy using it. So we've come to the end of the video, and if you've watched attentively, I'm sure it's clear to see that not everything that glitters is gold. Many cars are beautiful, but that doesn't mean they won't stress you. Leave a comment or share a thought with us if you have anything to say concerning these cars. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss awesome videos like this.